Gallagher here live at Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway with tonight's pre-race show sponsored by Reanimated Arts Tattoo Studios. We have a little bit of a different show for you tonight. We're not going to do the stand-ups with me. We actually have Chris out in the pits right now interviewing as many drivers as he can. Take it away, Chris.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the pit lane here at Lanco's Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway. My name is Chris Graham. I'm going to do a little bit of a pit walk with you here as part of the Reanimated Arts Tattoo Studio pre-race show. So we'll ask our cameras to follow us up here this way, see who we can run into first. I think we'll pull Club President Jimmy Harrington to be our first victim of the weekend here. Jimmy, we're doing a pit walk on the pre-race show here, buddy. Lost a couple of weeks to rain, but we got 4 weeks in already, so obviously I guess the club would say it's been a pretty good season so far.
So far it's been great. The fan base has been coming out pretty strong for the first couple shows. Yeah, we're happy.
You're running your own car here now. Again, you brought your own car back out this weekend, plus you have Kyler driving the 76 as well. How's the season been from the team perspective?
Well, we're struggling with the 125, which is crazy after the year that we had last year. But, you know, year to years, they're totally different. So, yeah, we're having some engine trouble and stuff in the 125. And me, was just getting back in it after almost a 20-year hiatus in the driver's seat just to see if I could do it again. And I've found that I lost a lot of weight and my stamina is pretty good. So now I'm looking for power to try to run with them kids over there, the Bryan boys.
I was going to say, those kids are putting on a heck of a show this year. They got something figured out, especially with the four-stroke. So, Jimmy, thanks, buddy. Good luck tonight, pal. All right, let's see who else we can run into back here. Don't see Kyler. Let's see. All right. Let's see. See Bradley Brown up here. We'll grab a quick word with him. Bradley, we get a quick word with you here on the pre-race show, buddy. We've been trying to do this on a weekly basis now, and it seems like we either get rained out or we have some tech issues and whatnot. But all in all, it's been kind of an up and down season for you this year. A little bit of success, a little bit of figuring some things out. What are you thinking heading into tonight?
Oh, I mean, we got our head on our shoulders now. We kind of have our setups where we want them, and just trying to get motors together and all that figured out, some gearing issues. And once we get that all done, I think we'll really be in for it. We just need these rainouts to stop so we can get a good flow going.
I was going to say, that's got to be probably the biggest aggravation of the whole season is even if you're running Friday nights at Linda's or Bridgeport, rained out last night, no matter where you go, it seems like we're catching rain every Friday. How does that affect your mentality as a driver? Is it just aggravating more than anything else?
Yeah, it is, especially when we get here and I kind of got my game on and I'm ready to go, and then we get rained out. It's just real disappointing. I mean, that's what we work for the weekends for, is for the racing. But yeah, we're excited to get back in it. We know it's going to be a good night tonight, so hopefully we have a good time.
All right, buddy. Bradley Brown, thank you much, pal. Appreciate it. We'll head this way down the pit area. We'll see. Let's see, who can we catch up with? See one of our National Racing Network sponsors presenting the 600 coverage this season here at the Clyde. See the 600cc performance-driven East Coast team of Ryan Greth. We'll see if we can grab Ryan for a quick word here. I like that. That was a quick swap there, buddy. All right, Ryan Greth, we're doing a little pit walk on the pre-race show here. The rainouts we were just talking with Bradley Brown about this. The rainouts kind of have gotten to everybody a little bit. Seems like there's a little bit of an antsiness itching, ready to get going here. Linda's finally got the show in last night. What are you thinking about tonight?
I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting to do some consistent racing. You know, that's the thing that you sort of miss a couple of weeks, and you know, just going to the track week after week and being able to consistently work on your program is pretty important. You know, with the rainouts, you lose that, but what do you do? I mean, you know, you're not going to catch me complaining about it. I mean, but it is a little frustrating in that respect. You know, you want to sort of get in a rhythm, coming to hit some bigger races come midsummer and later in the season, and this definitely puts a damper on that program. But I think we'll get going. Weather looks good for tonight. You know, we got one in last night, so it feels good to do two in a row for once.
Yeah.
And we'll see hopefully, like I say, the weather should break here, and we'll run a couple of weeks off and get our program headed in the right direction.
I say, and you guys have had, from a team, I guess, and a business perspective, you guys have had a pretty successful few weeks here. The shows that are running, we're seeing a lot of Facebook posts with 600cc performance in Victory Lane.
Yeah, our products are doing really well. Us as a team, we got some top 5 finishes here. Cameron got a win, so I mean, things are going pretty well. I think there's still some things that we need to work on. We got some new engine stuff that I'm really excited about that we got to test a little bit last night. We're going to do some more stuff in the coming weeks. So that's all very exciting, and just looking forward, I think everything's moving in the right direction.
All right, buddy. Ryan Graff, thank you much. Appreciate the time, pal. We'll keep walking back here, make sure we don't run over any of the cars or anything here. Oh, let's see. See if we can find. You got the 38 of Tommy Phipps Jr. See if Tommy's back here by the car or not. I don't see him. Tommy, can we get a word with you? Can we get a word with you? Hi, buddy. We're kind of doing a hot pit walk here on the pre-race show. Couple of weeks off because of rain. What have you guys been up to as a team? Running anywhere else? And what are you thinking heading into tonight?
I think we're just excited to see what we can do. We're trying a few new things and just looking to see how it works.
It's kind of been an up and down season for you a little bit. Anything in particular that you think you guys have hit on, or are we still searching a little bit?
I think we're still looking, but we're starting to find car setup and what works well with this track.
Awesome, buddy. Thanks, Tommy. Appreciate it, bud. We'll see. We got Mike Kreiser over here. We'll grab Mike as well. You are still the defending winner here. The last time we talked to you, it was in Victory Lane, and we haven't gotten a show in since. So it's got to be feeling pretty good to keep that crown for a little bit.
It is, in a way. Now we had 2 weeks not racing, but it's been definitely nice holding on to that last victory. So.
And you guys ran up at Linda's last night. How was that for you? And do you think your finish over the weekend gives you, last night anyway, gives you any momentum heading into tonight?
I think so. We had a good run. Car wasn't quite up to what we really needed it to. Started on the pole and just dropped back a little bit. But yeah, we had a nice run, and I think hoping that we pull that through for tonight.
All right, buddy. Michael Kreiser, thank you much. Points leader in the division here. Let's we'll cross back over to the other side of the pit lane here. See who we can come up with. Have to say, if you are not on your way out here, you need to be. It is a gorgeous, sunny, and I don't know, 75 degrees outside here. Actually, kind of a little warm. We've gone from some chilly nights the last couple of weeks that we've got the races in to a little bit of warmth, heat, humidity. Hey, we'll take it over the last couple of rainouts that we had here. See if we can grab a quick word with Mike Rutherford, driver of the 2S and the 5R, the 2S in the 600s, the 5R in the 270s. Let's see if we can find Mike. He's giving us the hold up a second signal here, so he will be out here momentarily to talk to us. Since you got the shirt on, I'm going to assume you have the rain check from last night in the pocket as well, with Bridgeport raining out once everybody was there.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's been a pretty rough 3 or 4 weeks for us. We've I don't know, we got close to 500 miles on the rig and haven't gotten to race in a while. So yeah, unfortunately we were down there and looked like a beautiful forecast, and it was 25% and all over our heads. But that's it's racing. It's the name of the game. We're here. It's beautiful weather. Hopefully it'll cooperate for us here tonight, and we can get the whole show in. Looking forward to running Gary Spott's 600 and Ken Kaler's 270, and hopefully we'll have a good night.
I say you've had a very strong start to the season so far. It seems like you and Hanley are going to do your tap dance again in the 600s. Anything that you look to do differently, or is this just a matter of reload and start from scratch every season?
I mean, every season's a whole new game. Every week's a whole new game. So, we started off the year real good, picked up the opening night win with both cars, and we've been pretty consistent with the 270. It's not quite where we want to be yet. We're still looking to get a little bit better, a little bit more consistent. we're hunting a little bit with the 600 too. We tried some things a couple of weeks ago last time we raced. I don't know how long ago that was at this point, but we missed it a little bit last time we raced, so kind of went back to what we had opening night, and we're going to come out here and hopefully give it a good shot.
All right, buddy. Mike Rutherford, thank you very much for joining us here. And you know what? We'll call it this. We'll see if we can grab Toby here real quick. We'll grab Mr. Blumenstein to be our last victim here on the pit walk. Toby, the last time we talked to you, it's been it's kind of the same story for a lot of these guys. It's kind of an up and down season, a lot of rainouts, a lot of either you're in the shows, you're not in the shows. It's been kind of ugly. How would you grade your 2019 so far?
Wow, that's a good question. I would think a B-. No, it's actually been pretty good. A lot of second runner-up finishes. Top 5 finishes. No wins yet, but we're working on that.
Well, and that's kind of the strategy that got you a class championship here last year was basically skiers breaking a spindle, taking a night off, and that put you in the driver's seat running up front, coming from 12th every night. Do you think the handicapping rules and the changes to that is going to affect the points chase at all and how you guys run on a week-to-week basis?
Yeah, I mean, the format, they changed it up to basically get outsiders coming in, more competition. I love it. I mean, I voted for it. So I don't mind coming here and racing the best. I don't care if the best starts on the pole. I want to race the best. So don't matter to me if he starts 12th or starts first. I'm here to race.
All right, buddy. Toby Blumenstein, thank you very much, pal. So we'll do that one. We'll wrap up the pit walk here, and we'll kick it back over to the pre-race show. But thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll talk to you soon.
For those awesome interviews. So it's a beautiful night here for racing. We're back with the live Reanimated Arts Tattoo Studio pre-race show. Clouds brought in some coolness, and it's a great night. So I have an interesting treat for y'all tonight. National Racing Network was the only local media outlet to cover the NASCAR Xfinity Series takeover this past week in Philadelphia. We exclusively talked to Chili Bowl champ Christopher Bell. So roll that Christopher Bell beautiful footage.
Whether it's on dirt or pavement, Christopher Bell is one of the fastest rising stars in the motorsports world. During this week's NASCAR Xfinity Series takeover event in Philadelphia, NRN talked exclusively with Bell about his return to PA Speed Week and running on the big tracks in Dover and Pocono.
I love getting to go back to PA Speed Week, and I think I've run Lincoln a couple times, and a lot of the dirt tracks around there. So to be able to win at a place like Dover, and I won a truck race at Pocono too, is pretty cool because growing up dirt track racing, those are Dover, Pocono, those are NASCAR tracks, right? Like you never, or at least I never pictured myself being able to race there. So those trophies are pretty special, and especially the gold miles, man. To be able to have one of 2 gold miles for at least the next 50 years is something that's really special.
With Bell being unable to run the USAC Midget event here at the Clyde due to his NASCAR commitments in Watkins Glen, we asked what his message to fans would be who want to see him on dirt more.
Yeah, the biggest thing is just, I guess, telling them to, support racing, right? So it seems like we have NASCAR fans, we have dirt fans, and some dirt fans hate NASCAR, some NASCAR fans hate dirt. But I feel like we've gotten more and more of a crossover there. So it's really cool to hear, whenever I go to NASCAR tracks, be like, oh yeah, man, like anytime someone brings up dirt racing, it makes me happy, right? Because we get more dirt racers at NASCAR tracks. And then same thing, I go to the dirt tracks and they're like, man, we watch Xfinity Series, we cheer for you, and you're the reason why we watch Xfinity. So it's cool to see the crossover, and I hope that continues to grow.
Finally, with next weekend's 103rd running of the greatest spectacle in racing, we asked Christopher about his desire to attempt the double, running Indy and Charlotte in the same day.
I would love to run the Indianapolis 500 at some point in my career. To do them both in one day would be extremely difficult. Sometimes I struggle to do 200-lap Xfinity races, so I'm probably a long ways off from that.
Bell footage. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for tonight's Reanimated Arts Tattoo Studios live pre-race show. Thank you to all of our drivers. Thank you to Christopher Bell. Come out tonight. It's Veterans Armed Services Day, so with valid ID, you get free tickets. Come out, bring your family, and have a great night of racing.